Shall I start? Shuddho buddho vimuktaha shruti shikhara giram mukhyatat pariya bhumi yasmajjadam samastam jagadidam amrtat vyapya sarvam sthito yaha yasyam sham shavataraihi suranaravanajairakšitam sarvametad tam bhumanam mukundam hridigatam amalam krishnameva prapadye tam bhumanam mukundam hridigatam amalam krishnameva prapadye madhya hridayakashe sadanandamayo guruhu udetu satadam samyak swahatmananda prabodhakaha. Harihi, Harihi, Harihi Om Tats. Jai Guru, Jai Guru. We shall have, as usual, the chorus recitation 3 times of Omkara. Interlock your fingers and put them on your lap. Sit comfortably erect. Close your eyes. Open the mouth and the heart. Join me. As usual, think deliberately, wish and will that this chorus recitation should spread the entire globe, showering its benedictions on all the creatures on the earth. Harihi, Harihi. The Gita Shloka, 7th of 2nd chapter. Karpanya dosho bhagata svabhavaha.
Karpanya dosho bhagata svabhavaha.
Have you got this line well? Karpanya dosho bhagata svabhavaha.
Karpanya dosho bhagata svabhavaha.
Pruchhami tvam dharma sammudha cheta.
Pruchhami tvam dharma sammudha cheta.
Yat shreyasyan nishchitam bruhi tanme.
Yat shreyasyan nishchitam bruhi tanme.
Shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam.
Shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam.
What is the shloka on which I have been speaking all these days now? Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatan atmanyeva atmana tushtaha sthitaprajnastadocyade. This is the shloka. There is something called the sthitaprajnata. What shall I describe it as? Shall I say steady mindedness, stable mindedness, or shall I say steady intellectedness? Where the whole consciousness which animates your body becomes steady, with no movement, no modification, no activity, no vibration. Generally it is like that when we sleep, but we don't know that we are sleeping. So we can only refer to sleep after we wake up. So naturally we don't know what is the sleep state. But in sthitaprajna, it is oneself voluntarily and optionally sleeping, at the same time being conscious of the state. So you can say it's a conscious slumber or a sleepy consciousness. Understand it very well. Altogether we have only 3 states in our life. And in the 3 states, the so-called world and your interactions with the world, your life as a whole. For example, if you are a son or a daughter, a member of the family, along with the parents, brothers, sisters, etc. If you grow up and go to the office, your professional life, colleagues and others, then the social front, you have your friends and others. All these are only in wakeful state. And this wakeful state belongs to you. It does not belong to the world at all. World is an outcome of this wakefulness. Wakefulness belongs to you. You became wakeful and you are going to leave it and go to sleep again. There is nobody in this world who became wakeful except after sleep, and who again goes to sleep after having been wakeful for maximum 16 hours of the day. But the one thing that is common in sleep and sthitaprajna is that in the sleep, the sleeper is absolutely comfortable. He doesn't want anything. The poor man also sleeps comfortably. The rich man can only do that much, sleep comfortably. So the richest do not affect it. Poverty does not victimize it. Are you thinking? Just see the secret of sleep. The educated man, the illiterate, the moral, the immoral, the unethical person, the drunkard, the debaucher, everybody sleeps. And sleep is common to all of them. So sleep is a state where the entire personality, along with its characteristics, qualities, merits and demerits, etc., all of them completely become extinct for about 8 hours of the day. You are totally unconditioned, unaffected, unvictimized, uninvolved, totally distant from the body. Mind, intelligence, ego, the world and what not. And you are perfectly all right. So our inside inner personality or the self is capable of producing this delight. That is very clear from the sleep. Now this sleep is properly studied, either studying or you can have yoga practices and the others. A man gets into that contented state. Atmani eva atmana tushtaha. You become contented in yourself, by yourself, not by a second factor at all. We have received a letter. The letter is very strongly written. Language is not so very all right. And there is a strong case saying that we should not use Sanskrit verses. And the writer goes to the extent of suggesting that why don't you go and see how sermons are delivered in the other religions. Is there any comparison between what we talk and the sermons given by any religious people in their religious halls? I am wondering. So where are you and where we are? In a mood of closeness and with the confidence of an authority, I always used to say, people like us are not supposed to talk what you like. We are supposed to talk what you should like. We are supposed to talk what you should like and make you understand what you should dislike. Our sole purpose is to deal with your likes and dislikes, moderate them when necessary, eliminate them when that is called for, and trying to be in a level of flexibility whereby your likes and dislikes will not put you into any trouble or torment at all. That is the purpose of spiritual talk. Until then, it is not spirituality at all. I have been talking for about 65 years. 65 years. And throughout these 65 years, my main subject of discussion was Bhagavad Gita. People who have heard me well, they should have understood that I have given a new twist, the entire Bhagavad Gita. It is not a religious book. Not. As I explained to you earlier several times, it is a part of a historic document called Mahabharata. And in the Mahabharata, the subject is the decline and fall of Kuru dynasty, which ruled our country. Sri Rama's dynasty is called the Solar dynasty. They also ruled for long. Krishna's lineage is called the Lunar dynasty. Vedavyasa was living at the time, Bhishma was living at the time. Now Vedavyasa is discussing in Mahabharata 6 generations starting from himself. All the 6 generations he sat through, he lived through, and whatever took place during his time, for which he was an eyewitness, not only that, a full participant. Because the entire lineage was biologically from him. Pandu was born of him, Dhritarashtra was born of him, Vidura was born of him. He was giving you what all took place in the dynasty, how values declined, how it resulted in a colossal war, how the whole of India participated in the war. Even from outside the present boundaries of India, people had sent their army to participate in the war, where Duryodhana could muster 11 Akshahunis of warriors, whereas Yudhishthira could muster only 7. With a lesser number, they had to face the larger army headed by unconquerable people like Bhishma, Drona, and even to some extent Karna. Still they won the war. Whether morality has a place in this world, whether ethics has anything to do, whether personal propriety is there, however much the enmity may be old, Duryodhana's enmity and intolerance started when he was a boy. Because his 100, altogether 100, and Pandavas 5, they were being commonly looked after in the Hastinapura palace. And Bhishma was the grandfather. Pandavas did not have a father at all. So Bhishma had put Arjuna on his lap and given him morsels of food. It is such a Bhishma he is confronting now in the Mahabharata war. That is why he had the crisis and confrontation. Now this is a history of what took place in the Mahabharata war, in the Kurukshetra battlefield. Arjuna was unable to do anything. He said, I will retreat from the war. My intelligence says it is improper, it is immoral to fight. Therefore I am retreating. He placed his weapons down and unable to stand, he sat. This is the context of Bhagavad Gita. My dear souls, how dare you call it a religious book? Where is religion there at all? Was there any time to go to a temple, practice worship, chant mantras? Where was the time? The war cries had been raised and the discharge of arrows was about to commence. At that time, Arjuna's confrontation had to be resolved, had to be treated, and Krishna spent time, about 2 or 2.5 hours, Then Arjuna said, everything is all right. I accept what you say. Clarity of vision has dawned in me. I am no more deluded. I can take back my bow and arrow, fight not one, a score of Mahabharata wars. This is what he said. And this book you call religious? And erect temples for Krishna and Mahabharata? This Mahabharata has been my topic. It is a book on life. It's a book on character. It's a book on behavior. It's a book of interaction. There are three elements I speak about in the human personality, especially the inner one. What are they? Characteral elegance, behavioral majesty, and interactional excellence. Yes, yes. Bhagavad Gita instills these accomplishments in you. Tell me whether they are religious or not. Is it not a basic requirement of the inner personality of man? Our personality is a composite. Body is only one part of it. One part of it. The body is inert. It consists of matter. It cannot do anything. It is the inner personality that animates the body and makes it functional. And this inner personality requires all the three accomplishments, enrichments, characteral elegance, behavioral majesty, and interactional excellence. Any part of Bhagavad Gita is meant to instill, intensify, and enhance it at every point of time. So for 66 years I have been talking. Wherever I go and talk, I always quote some Sanskrit verses. Because whatever is the subject given to me for talking, or I take up for talking, that subject will invariably be there in our scriptural compositions. Because Mahabharata and Ramayana are the two epics. And what is an epic? Epic is a record, a documentation of how our ancestors behaved, conducted themselves in different situations. So it deals with a place, personality, persons, places and events. Persons, places and events. These are the only discussion in the epic. And through the epic narration, what they are trying to teach you is elements of characteral elegance, behavioral majesty and interactional excellence. We call it dharma, artha, kama and moksha. What are they? Dharma means the ethics of life. There is an ethical element in every part of your life. The ethics of a child, the ethics of an adult, the ethics of an older man, a husband, a wife, a father, a mother, a son, a daughter, a neighbor. We have ethics in governance also. Our governance is not desirably ethical fully to the desired level. So ethics in administration, purity in your performance, these are very, very important. We have altogether two epics. One is Ramayana belonging to Treta Yuga and Mahabharata belonging to almost Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga like this. 5,000 and odd years back, this Mahabharata was written by Vyasadeva. Now this Sanskrit, that is the only unifying force for us. I am a person born in Kerala, bred here. I went to Calcutta to get hold of a profession. From there I became a sannyasi. I have been moving almost all places in India, meeting and addressing people speaking different languages, different culture, different customs. Everywhere I have been received very well. And I always quote these Sanskrit verses. When I quote these Sanskrit verses, I have a definite purpose in it. What is that purpose? I want you to be soaked in this Sanskrit poetry. They are vibrations. They are sound vibrations. These vibrations have got an ineffable, indescribable influence on your mind, emotions, intelligence, refinement, nervous system, brain, in every part. An American cardiologist was speaking about the effectiveness of Om. He was saying the chanting of Om enhances the longevity of the heart. It intensifies the health and well-being of the heart. What do you think of these sounds? You may have your language, but tell me how much of poetry you know. Speaking, everybody will speak. Nowadays we have got voice recorders, they also speak. What is the difference between a recorded version and your version? Many of the lectures are previously recorded and played, and we are prepared to hear. Everybody wants a recorded speech. I would not like you to look at a board and read anything when I am speaking. It is not for my benefit, my exclusiveness. It is for the benefit of the viewers. When something is displayed on the board, your attention will be on the board. And how will you hear? I would like you to hear. I am distributing my life to the viewers, to the speakers. And you have to absorb and assimilate. Every word contains an idea. The idea is not for the body, it is for the brain, it is for the mind. So the idea should percolate into your brain. First of all, it should strike the eardrum, and the ear should send the electrical pulses to the brain, and in the brain the interpretation and assimilation should take place. This will be interfered with if you start reading on the board. The other day when I stood and I was reciting the poetry, the sloka was shown and people started writing, no, we want to see the face of Swamiji, face of Swamiji. Why should they say so? So my dear writer, you are not the only viewer. There are other viewers also. We certainly welcome whatever you say. If you still say, I shall be very happy and lovingly hearing. But don't think that I will totally accept and keep quiet. If there is a correction to be made from my side, I will certainly put it forward. I am supposed to do it. It is the ethics of my deliverance. Nobody need tell me that. It is intrinsic in me. I speak certainly with a confidence, with an authority, with a clarity and an overwhelming superlativity. It is so. I want to speak like that. It is an alive and a vibrant speech. The voice has to come from the lower abdomen, not from the throat, not from the chest, not from the tongue. It has to come from the lower part of your stomach, from the abdomen, almost at the bottom of your spinal cord. That is the most effective speech. It's not easy. So we want you to hear this poetry. We want you to learn. See, it is not one day's lecture. This is my 34th session. By listening to me for 33 times, will not you viewers, would you not have developed a sense of loyalty and integrity to the whole interaction? What is the harm if you spend some time to learn a verse, especially when I say, learn it, chant it, hear your voice. Let there be a triple effect of your chanting, your listening, and your trying to understand what is said. It's a triple absorption that is taking place. We want your mind to be transformed. Now it is a rigid mind, a stony mind, an inflexible mind. The mind has to become soft. It has to melt. Certainly this is a very classical talk. This is not a primary class student talk. It is not even merely for the +2 students. Certainly it's a very lofty lesson that we are communicating. So let me understand that we people are not talking what you like to hear. But our success lies in making you like what we speak, making you like what you speak. Did Arjuna like initially what Krishna said? Certainly not. But Krishna spoke in such a manner that Arjuna stopped crying and started questioning him, all in a matter of seconds or minutes. Similarly, I want to take away your grief Take away your doubt. Totally redress and remove your oscillation, vacillation, everything. I want to gift you with a peaceful mind, a poised mind, a comfortable mind, a delightful and exulting mind. What is this? Every day. We cannot expect the world to change, but you can certainly always change yourself to the maximum. We will not wait the world order to be all right, to become happy and harmonious within ourselves. Our key is our individuality. Our key is our mind. Our key is our intelligence. All problems are produced by the mind, and the solution lies in the intelligence. Intelligence is the only faculty which can exercise any kind of an influence on the mind. You cannot put a balm on your body to have an effect on the mind. Certainly not. What did Arjuna do? What did Krishna do? Krishna made Arjuna go into the very cause and source of grief, and he started explaining. And see how much he has reached. Atmanyeva atmana tushtaha. It is in answer to Arjuna's question. Arjuna's question. Tell me who is a sthitaprajna. This grieving Arjuna asked Krishna. And Krishna explains, this is the sthitaprajna. Naturally, Arjuna wanted to be a sthitaprajna, and he did become also. What is the harm if you learn a verse? I don't really understand. Do you belong to the idling group? Do you believe in effortfulness, perseverance, dedicated, committed effort? Or do you want to be lazy, happy-go-lucky type? Is that what you want to be? Answer yourselves. Let me know also. So this is an enlightening discussion, inspiring discussion, transforming discussion, overwhelming discussion, purifying discussion, ennobling discussion, stabilizing discussion, enlightening discussion. All these qualities should be there, must be there. And we take the trouble of incorporating all these elements in it. Whatever austerity is necessary, we undergo. Whatever fondness is called for, we develop. And whatever sense of application and dedication is called for, that also we generate and instill into what we speak. Are you thinking that I am angry? No! Why should I be angry? But I am concerned about your questioning. I hope the questioner will change his attitude, and he will take away his opposition and the feeling of lowliness about him. Are you not a human? Don't you have an intelligence? Don't you have a mind? What more do you want other than the mind and intelligence to climb any height of spirituality? This is not religion. This is spirituality. This is not religion at all. This is spirituality. Spirituality. All dealing with the spiritual inner personality of yours. Now let us proceed. The other day, I spoke about a verse. Ma was saying that you should have given sufficient, repeated this verse and made them feel it. My voice is not so good. After all, the body is aging. There are 3 verses which ends up saying, Diya drishte tatve ramanamatanam jagadamidam. Dhiya drishte tatve. When you are able to perceive the supreme truth very clearly in your intelligence, you can grasp it only in the intelligence, not by the eyes, not by the ears, not by the nose, not by the tongue, not by the skin. Knowledge is not a derivative of any of the bodily organs. Knowledge is an offshoot or a derivative of mind and intelligence inside, which are not physical. So the Tattva, the supreme reality, call it God, call it self, call it Brahman, it will lend itself only to the intelligence in you. Dhiya drishte tattve ramanamadhanam jagatamidam. The whole worldly life is a travel. Ramanam. It is very delightful. Like a beautiful play being done before you. How many spectators go and watch a cricket game? What are they getting from it? People are playing. They are only watching. It is a play. And that is what delights. So make life a sport. This is the message here. Dhiya drishte tattve ramanamadhanam jagatamidam. There is a verse, second verse here. Dathasthanurdehasthuragarajana chendriyagadihi parispando vado vahanakalitananda vishaya paronurvadehi jagadi viharami tyanagaya dhiya drishte tattve ramanamadhanam jagatamidam. He says, you must be able to live in this world like a person riding on a beautiful chariot. In a beautiful chariot. The body itself is the chariot. And you have got sensory organs. They are the horses. And the entire objects of the world are the ground on which you are riding. And what is the force? Your own life force is prana. Prana. The prana and the mind combine themselves, start driving you. What is your role? Your role is not any one of these. On the other hand, you are the master of the chariot. Paronurva dehi jagati virahami tyanagaya. Paronurva dehi. See, the body is gross. The horses are gross. The ground is is gross. Even the prana, the movement of the prana, that also you can know. Mind also you can know. There is something still subtler. Paronurva, subtlest. And that paronu, that is what? Dehi, the soul, which you refer to as the I. Paronurva dehi jagadi viharami. Bah! You should understand that you are sporting in this world. This is a vihara for me. Suppose you see a drama, and in the drama one person is killed by another. Will you start preparing a pyre for him, to burn him, the man who has died? You will not. The actor should be so realistic about his performance that he should literally die there in the eyes of the people. Then only the drama becomes effective. Drama becomes effective only then. So do everything in this world. Cry also, weep also, smile and laugh, be neuter. Whatever a situation calls for, that you do. When people join together and cut jokes, you also smile along with them. When you go to a situation where there is mourning and sorrowing, sorrow along with the others. You must be flexible enough. You must be able to identify with the situation. At the same time, you must have a locus, a focus, deep down in your personality where you will never be affected at all. This is what spirituality seeks to develop in you. To live in this world light-heartedly. To live in this world unaffectedly, to live in this world unconditioned by anything. Be a beautiful, beautiful kite that flies. In this context, I wanted to tell you, Vasishtha tells Sri Rama, na rasayana panena, na lakshmya alinganena cha, yatha sukhamavapnodhi, shamena amtar yatha manaha. There is a quality called shama, dhamma and shama. Dhamma means sensory control. Shama means the moderation and sublimity that you gain for your mind. He says this shama, desire freeness, the sublimity of the mind, by virtue of which the mind itself starts delighting you. It does not require an object. It does not require any association or interaction. The mind itself becomes the source of delight. He says, na rasayana panena. By drinking any extent of rasayana means very sweet Ayurvedic preparations. Na lakshmya alinganena cha. Suppose Goddess Mahalakshmi herself comes and embraces you, even then no. Tatha sukhamavapnodi shamena antargato yatha. What you will experience with the help of the Shamoguna, when Shama starts enriching you, ornamenting you, decking you, what kind and level of sukha you will enjoy, that you will never get either by an embrace from Goddess Mahalakshmi or by drinking a very sweet and delicious rasayana. So, why I said this? Because in this verse it was very clearly mentioned that when your mind is graced with Shamoguna, what happens? Everything becomes contentment. It is something like preparing sugar syrup. Sugar syrup. And then take the laddu, that Bengal gram powdered and pasted, etc., pouring into a vessel, and it starts dropping, it becomes that globule-like thing. And immediately you put it into the sugar syrup. Once it is soaked in sugar syrup, when you bite it, what will be the taste? The taste will be sugar. You can put banana chips also. In Kerala it is very popular. Whatever you put into the syrup, it will always taste sweet. Similarly, when the Shamoguna, that desire freeness, it starts anointing you, besmearing your mind, and the mind itself has become sweet and delicious. Whatever you put in it, any kind of a thought, any kind of an emotion, any kind of an action or reaction, everything will become equally self-like, equally Brahman-like. Brahma pratyaya santadir jagadato brahmaiva tat sarvataha pashyadhyatmadrisha prashanta manasa sarvasvavasthasvabi rūpādanyadavekshidam kimabhidah chakshushmadam drishyate tadvad brahmavidah satah kimaparam buddher viharaspadam. This is a sloka from Viveka Chudamani, on which I have been writing, and I have written on the last verse today, 580th verse. So the writing is complete. I may write a foreword which also is partly done. Listen to me very carefully. Brahma pratyaya sandhadir jagadato brahmaiva tat sarvataha pasya adhyatmadrisha prashanta manasa sarvasvavasthasvabi. My dear disciple, look. The entire creation is born of Brahman, the supreme reality. Just like all mud pots are made from clay, All gold ornaments are made from gold. The entire creation consisting of Panchabhutas, all of them have been made from Brahman. So Brahman is the pratyaya that you have in mind as the source of the entire creation. Brahma pratyaya santadir jagadato. If the world Jagat has been born of Brahman, you tell me. Are you with me? You tell me. An ornament made out of gold, whatever you call it and wherever you may wear it. It may be a necklace, it may be a bangle, it may be a bracelet, it may be something else. The shape is different. The place where you wear it, that is also different. In spite of all these differences, are they not gold and golden? The goldenness in an ornament, does it ever change? Brahma pratyaya santadir jagadato. In the same manner, the entire creation of Panchabhutas, it has been created born from Brahman, the Supreme Reality. That's Sachidananda incarnate. Brahmaiva sarvataha. That will always remain Brahman. Is it not a fact? Is it not a conclusion? Is it not a clarity that your intelligence clearly puts forward? So, Pashya Adhyatmadrisha. By your spiritual vision and assessment, Pashya, see this, perceive this, understand this, reinforce your understanding. The entire world is born of Brahman. Having been the source, Brahman having been the source, whatever is born will also be Brahmic. Adhyatmadrisha Pashya Prashanta Manasa. With a calm and quiet mind, poised mind, Sarvasvavasthasvabi. Whatever be your state, you may be crying, you may be weeping, you may be laughing, you may be acting, you may be sleeping, you may be conversing, you may be sick, you may be healthy. All these are bodily dharmas. What we are speaking about is the mind, intelligence and soul. In that level, these things have no reign at all. Sarvasvavasthasvabi. And he gives an example. What is that example? Rupadanyadavekshidam kimabhidaha chakshushmadam drishyate. Chakshushmadam. For those people who have eyes, a pair of eyes, wherever they look into the sky, look into the sea, look into the earth, look into within your room, go outside and look into the wider world. Whatever you see, will it not be rupa, color and shape? The eyes are meant to show only color and shape. If you have eyes, wherever you focus them, you see only color and shape. Other than color and shape, will you ever see anything with your eyes? No. So in the same manner, Rupadanyadavekshidam kimabhidaha chakshushmadam drishyate tadvad. In the same manner, Brahmavidaha, for a knower of Brahman, sadah kimaparam buddher viharaspadam. Can there be anything different from Brahman for his intelligence to seek delight from? As before the eyes only color and shape are there, before the intelligence you only have Brahman, Brahman and Brahman alone. Suppose you start chanting this verse. Can you imagine the influence you will get? 100 hours of reading and listening will not give you the effect which you will have if you chant this verse with a feeling. What if it is Sanskrit? Sit, try to understand it, learn it. Are you not dedicatedly listening to our discourses? This is the 34th discourse that I am giving. Equal number Ma and Nutun Swamiji also have given. So 34 multiplied by 3. How much is it? More than 100 hours. And then you say, this thought process you will not be able to grasp. Then what is in your head? Is it clay or it is brain? Don't try to dupe anybody like this. I refuse to accept that you cannot learn. You should be happy that such a lecture is there and it occupies you. You are interested in it. Spend a lot of time, do introspection. As you grow older, everything becomes distasteful. At least let this be tasteful for you. Rūpādanyadavekshidam kimabhidaha chakshushmadam drishyate tadvat brahmavidaha satah kimaparam buddher vihara aspadam. What are you saying? What a beautiful verse. I must have seen it many decades back. And when I saw it, I immediately learned it. I will recite it once more for you, though our friend may not like it. Brahma pratyaya santadir jagadato brahmaiva tatsarvadaha pashyadhyatmadrisha prashanta manasa sarvasvavasthasvapi rūpādanyadavekshidam kimabhidaha chakshushmatam drishyate tadvat brahmavidaha sadah kimaparam buddher vihārāspadam tadvat brahmavidas sadah kimaparam buddher vihārāspadam. The idea of a vihara, being sportful, light-hearted, it is very much there in spirituality. In the 18-day dialogue Sage Vasishtha had with Sri Rama, Vasishtha spends a lot of time telling Sri Rama, you should live in this world as if it were a sport. Live in this world sportfully. Listen. You can find this portion in the book Quietude of the Mind. Can you tell me, Pranadi, in which page it appears? Give me a note. I will read these verses. All of you with me should be with me. Purnam drishtim avashtabhya dhyayatyaga-vilasinim jivan muktadaya swastho loke vihara raghava. My dear viewers, mind you, what was the age of Sri Rama? 16 years. He was only a prince, very young prince. He was supposed to sit on the throne later, but not now. So before he sat on the throne, Vasishtha had an occasion to talk to him for 18 days in succession. At the age of 18, Sage Vasishtha, at the age of 18 of Sri Rama, Sage Vasishtha prepares him for what? For a long life of challenges, provocations, sacrifices, excellences. Where is it that Rama shrank in his life? You tell me. Did he ever shrink at any point of time? Was he eclipsed? At one time on the coronation day, it was a question of leaving Ayodhya for 14 years to live in Dandakaranya as an ascetic. When Kaikeyi told him, Rama, no coronation for you. You should instead go to Dandakaranya for 14 years wearing the ascetic dress. My son, Bharata, will be anointed as the heir apparent. Rama said, my dear stepmother, only this. Only this. Is it for this purpose that my father is lying there, full of tears? If Bharata is going to be the king, I will be most delightful, not you. your delight will be much less than what I have. Bharata is like the pupil of my eye. I shall be very happy to see him seated on the throne. And I will do all the assistance like a servant for him as long as he is the king and as long as I am alive. Where is the necessity for shedding tears? Kaikeyi, I think, was defeated in her purpose. She never expected this kind of an answer. Before sun sets today, Rama will have left Ayodhya. All that I want is a little time to talk to my mother and the other elderly people in the palace. All of them will be greatly upset. I will have a few words of exchange, console them, and before sunset, I will have left Ayodhya. Tell me, how could you say this? Will you or your son say? Because you are not listening to Vasishtha. You cannot suddenly get courage. You have to have your courage. Develop it, cultivate it, inculcate it, pursue it, perfect it. It is a mental possession, a mental and inner enrichment. So the mind and the intelligence have to strive for it. And the way of striving is this poetry, is this tuition. Chant this verse 15, 20 times, you will find your mind becomes very peaceful, very stable, very poised, very exalted. I am writing Viveka Chudamani. Sometimes some inmates come. I ask them to read one portion and find out whether there is. When I am typing, a number of letters are getting omitted in the keyboard. So all of them will go through and then tell me. So I said, how do you find the writing? What do you feel? So the one whom I called, she was telling me, Swamiji, I feel. What is this high? It's a very high perception. I feel a lot of expanse. See? Only by reading. What are you saying? Can you not have the same experience yourself? That person has only a pair of eyes. One mind, mind, another intelligence. That's all what she has. But she was able to feel it. Why not you? Do not think. She might have felt it because she is in the ashram. I am in a house, so I cannot feel it. If you start thinking in a negative manner, it is better that you go to hell, then why should you work for heaven? So cast aside all these negative and depressing notions. Be positive. That is what our lectures are meant for. So Rama was only 16 years old and he got prepared to sit on the throne. But before that, on the coronation day, he left for a 14-year Dandakaranya exile. Did Rama weep? Dasharatha died. He was also listening to Vasishtha's gospel along with Rama. But poor Dasharatha was not able to overcome his undue clinging. Even now I will ask Dasharatha, my dear Dasharatha, is there any father in this world who will not like to have a son like Rama? Should a son vindicate the word of the father? Or should he start defeating the father? What kind of a son would you like to have? Tell me. So where is the wrong? Simply allow him to go and be where you are. Dasharatha could not do it. Rama left. He started calling Rama, Rama, Rama. Collapses. But Kaikeyi did not. Kaikeyi said, initially she cried when Sri Rama spoke to her. No, I am sorry, Kausalya. Kausalya said, Initially, she immediately started crying when Rama went to her first and broke the news. Then after some time, listening to Rama, she said, I am very sorry, my dear son. A good son should behave as you are behaving. I am very sorry. It is my delusion that I made so much of cries and tears, etc. I bless you. You go. You go. I will be here when you return. Let 14 years pass like 14 months. Be successful. Wherever you go, remember your father. Remember your father. This is what Kausalya said. Kausalya bore Rama in her womb, breastfed him. She did not die. But Dasharatha, why this old man, Dasharatha, why should he die? I don't approve of his death, even today. Similarly, I will not approve of any misbehavior on any one of your parts. I will not. Purnam drishtim avashtabhya dhyayatyaagavilasinim jivan muktadaya swastho loke vihara raghava. The last line is loke vihara raghava. Loke means in the world. Vihara means be sporting. Raghava, O son of Raghu, Rama. Loke vihara raghava purnam drishtim avashtabhya. Purnam drishtim avashtabhya. What does it mean? Your vision should be complete, wholesome, wholesome. What is this world? This world was born, and this world will die. Everything in this world is born, and everything will also die, will also die. We were all born, and we are heading towards death. Everybody celebrates the birthday, birthday. We were born a day. Will it ever come back again? But still we call it birthday, birthday, birthday. Is it birthday or death approaching day? One more year is older and we are nearer death. Even one day after birth we are nearing death and away from the birth. Still we celebrate. Is it Purna Drishti, you tell me? We don't like anybody to die prematurely. But if somebody happens to die, what can you do? Can you preserve the dead body? No. It will have to be disposed of. So our mind should be open enough to understand, to accept, to assess matters properly. So develop a Purna Drishti. Dhyayatyaga vilasini. What does it mean? There are two kinds of tyaga. One is a physical sacrifice. Another is a mental sacrifice. What is physical sacrifice? Leaving things physically. Will it work and will it be possible? And can all people do it? No, no, no. So there is another tyaga called where in the mental level you renounce. You drop your possessiveness, you drop your ego. So your own inner personality where possessiveness is dropped, ego is dropped, it becomes renunciation. So, Purnam Drishtim Avashtabhya Purna Dhyayatyaga Vilasinim. That drishti, that vision, where Dhyayatyaga Vilasinim, conceptually, in the level of concept, you understand, nothing belongs to me. My body also does not belong to me. It belongs to air. It belongs to the earth. It belongs to the 5 elements. It does not belong to me at all. Who gives me the air to breathe? Who sustains the body? Who sustains the blood and blood circulation? All these things are not mine. Then with whatever I do with the body, can they be belonging to me? Certainly not. So he says, Purnam Drishtim Avashtabhya Dhyayatyaga Vilasinim Jivan Muktadaya Swastho. Jivan Muktadaya Swastho. I don't know whether you are with me, my dear souls. Sage Vasishta is instructing 16-year-old Rama, saying, Jivan Muktadaya Swastho. Understanding the instruction given by me, developing the right vision, right attitude, right response, and Jivan Muktadaya. Be liberated while you are alive, the body is alive. I don't want to speak to you about the liberation you will get after the fall of the body. Will you ever know about it? Will you ever know about your death even? Do you know about your birth? Have you experienced it? And is there anybody who is going to experience the death also? Others will say, that person has gone. Others will say. And they will say, not seeing the person, seeing the dead body, saying that, oh, this is dead, so the person must have gone. Have they seen the person whom they say has gone? Everything is blatant lie. Lie. What right do you have to touch and feel a dead body and saying that Mr. X has gone? Have you seen Mr. X who is different from the body? Then why do you say he has gone? Maximum you can say, the body is breathless. Never speak a word about the soul, saying that he has gone. Have you seen it? Is there anybody who comes here and reports saying that I died, I am in such and such a place, I have come to visit you after so many years to understand your welfare and go back? Is there anybody who has said like this? Then why are you living on concoctions, imaginations, speculations? We don't know of our birth. We are not going to know about our death. You only know about our life. Live this life beautifully and well. How to live? Purnam drishtim avashtabhya dhyayatyaagavilasinim jivan muktadaya swastho. You should live seated in yourself. I am seated on the chair. I say I am seated, but I am not seated on the chair. My body is sitting on the chair. I am somebody different from the body, inside the body. That I is not sitting on the chair at all. Jivan muktadaya swastho. So you must have a swasthada. You must be able to lodge your mind and intelligence in the Supreme Soul, not in the body which is perishable, gross and external. Jivan muktadaya swastho loge vihara raghava. So attain Jivan Mukti, the 16-year-old Rama is told, I have taught you so much that you can become a Jivan Mukta and feel that and live in this world light-heartedly, light-mindedly, contentedly, unaffectedly, unconditioned manner, free of everything, not holding to anything, not wanting to give. Become free of acceptance and rejection. Antas samtyakta sarvasho vidarago vivasana behis sarva samacharo loge vihara raghava. Antah samtyakta sarvasho. Antah, inside. Samtyakta sarvasho. Abandon, relinquish, eschew, renounce all desires. The other day I asked you, live without desires for 3 days. None of you responded and informed me. See how faithless you are. I gave you 3 days. Try to live 3 days without desires. Nobody responded. Otherwise, what all things are written in the chat box? Everybody kept quiet. See the insincerity in you, the stealth in you. What would have happened if you had no desires for 3 days? At least do it now. Antaha santyakta sarvasho. Antaha, inside. samtyakta sarvasho. All desires simply leave. Leave. These desires can give me nothing. Nothing. Desires only agitate the mind, confuse the mind, make the mind loaded. I don't want the loaded mind. I want a light-hearted mind. Antasantyakta sarvasho vitarago vivasanaha. Transcend the desire. Transcend the possessiveness. Behihi sarvasamacharo. This is an inner enrichment, an inner process, an inner sublimation. Externally, sarvasamacharaha. Early in the morning, get up, have your bath, go to your father and mother, prostrate before them, take their blessings, get your routines, be agile, be alert, be active, be responsible. Never give time for laziness at all. Just see. Behi sarvasamacharo loke vihara raghava. In this manner, my dear son, live sportfully in the world. Sportfully in the world. Never feel a load in your mind. Oh, life is a burden. Life is a burden. Burden? No. Everybody wants to have a child. When the child is born, one day the child will sneeze and they will start crying. Why did you have a child then? Cannot the child sneeze? One day there can be a temperature. Take him to the doctor, find out whether there is anything wrong, give paracetamol or something else. Who told you not to attend? Do everything that is necessary. Antaha santyakta sarvasho vitarago vivasanaha behihi sarvasamacharo. Everywhere you should be active. You should be seen to be doing all kinds of work. Remain in this manner. Loke vihara raghava. In Bhagavad Gita itself, in the 3rd chapter, Krishna gives a beautiful verse. What is that? Saktaha karmanya vidvamso yatha kurvanti bharata kuryat vidvams tatha saktaha chigirshuhu lokasangraham. This is verse number 25 of the 3rd chapter. What does it mean? I shall explain it when I come there, if at all. Saktaha karmanya vidvamso. Avidvamsaha. Not enlightened people, unenlightened people. Saktaha. With extreme clinging. Yatha kurvanti bharata. How they remain active in this world. Extremely clinging to everything. Clinging to everything. Kuryad, in the same manner, Vidwan, the enlightened person also should do. But how? Asaktaha. Without that clinging. Without that clinging. Chigirshuhu lokasangraham. Whatever I do is for the sake of the world welfare. All of you are working for your sake, for your family's sake. You have no thought for the society at all. We are so constricted, so bogged down that selfishness, constriction. So leaving that, chigirshuhu lokasangraham. Understand that you are a cog in the universal wheel. Don't think your personality is constricted to the family or a social segment. It is a member of the nation. It is a citizen of the nation. A citizen of the entire world. Reflect that universal dimension in you. Chigirshuhu lokasangraham. Andarnairashyamadaya bahirashonmukhe hitaha bahistapto antarashido loge vihara raghava. Antaha nairashyamadaya. Are you following me? Antaha, inside you, in the mind and the intelligence. Nairashyamadaya. have no desire at all. Behihi, outside, ashonmukhe hitaha. Oh, is it this person that we say is desire free? He appears to be very desireful. Let people think like that. Put on that kind of a temperament, that kind of an appearance. Never should anybody say that this man is indifferent. He is not attentive. That complaint should not come. Behira ashonmukhe hitaha. So externally you should appear to be as if desireful. Behistapto antarashito. Behihi tapto antarashito. Externally you should appear to be very heated and fervent. But internally antarashito. You should be absolutely comfortable, cool and calm. In this manner, loke vihara raghava. Be sportful in this world. Antarnairashyamadaya behira ashonmukhe hitaha behistapto antarashito loke vihara raghava. Are you hearing me? Behi kritrama samrambho hridi samrambha varjidaha karta behi akartantaha loke vihara raghava. Behi, outwardly, outside, kritrama samrambho. You should be artificially involved in everything. In order to make sure that you appear to be involved, whatever is necessary, you do it. Dress well, talk well, hear well, show all your feelings and concerns, never control them, do not be a hypocrite. Everything should be done. Behira ashonmukhe hitaha. But internally, you are totally bereft of desires. Behistapto antarashito. Behi kritrama samrambho hridi samrambha varjidaha. Externally, you should be involved in all the undertakings. Hridi samrambha varjidaha. But internally, have the feeling, all my involvement, interaction, it is in the level of the senses. Mind employs the senses, interactions take place. So inwardly, beyond the mind, beyond the intelligence, beyond the ego, I do nothing, I am an actionless. No activity proceeds from me and no effect falls on me. Karta behi akartantaha. Externally a performer, internally a non-performer. Live in this world sportfully, Rama. When I was in Malaysia a few years back, Dr. Kishore came. He came with his mobile. Swamiji opened the book Quietude of the Mind and then showed me these verses. Will you please recite these verses? I said, why? I want to record them. Oh, you want to record them? You know how happy I was? He did not speak to me a word, only said, please, I recite these verses, I would like to record. I recited the verses. From that one act, I could understand how much of interest and delight he has in all these perceptions and evaluations. My dear souls, what prevents you from enriching your wisdom? Is it poison that I am spreading? Or is it nectar that I am pouring into your ears? Behi kritrama samrambho hridi samrambha varjidaha karta behi akartantaha. Externally, you are a karta. Internally, I am a zero. I was looking at a fan which is revolving here. It goes on revolving. Look at the fan. The blades are revolving. The hump where the blades are fixed, that is also revolving. But the stem, that does not revolve. So our body is in a state of vibration, circulation is there, radiation is there, blood, air. The mind also is circulating, intelligence is circulating, ego. For all these to revolve, there must be a central pivotal position. Recognize that. Like the pith of a tree, I always say. Behikritrama samrambho. You should be superficially involved, not deep and wholesome. Have all concern, all involvement in you externally. But understand that you, the I, is always uninvolved. Loge vihara raghava. Let me stop now. Samvedyavarjitamanuttamamekamadyam samvitpadam vigalanam kalayan mahatman hridyeva tishtha kalanarahita kriyam tu kurvan agartrapadamehitya samodita shri. Kurvan agartrapadamehitya samodita shri. Do you know what is the last line? This is from Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana. Kurvan, always be doing. Agartrapadamehitya, but having attained that non-acting level. Samodita shri, with the graceful luster of samoguna. What is the samoguna? Desire freeness. Samvedya varjitamanuttamamehgamadyam samvitpadam vigalanam kalayan mahatman hridyeva tishtha kalanarahita kriyam tu kurvan agartrapadamehitya samodita shri. Hari, Hari, Hari. The conclusional Omkara. Hari Om. I am wondering whether you are hurt. I was speaking very strongly. Okay, let us see.